Ever thought about growing your own food? Welcome to a world where self-sufficiency is not just a dream, but a reality you can create in your backyard. Imagine a garden brimming with fresh produce, cultivated by your own hands and the satisfaction it brings. This isn't just about being prepared for any situation, but also about taking control of what you eat and how it's grown. You may be surprised to learn that having a prepper garden can be especially beneficial for women preppers, offering a sense of independence and empowerment. In this video, we're going to walk you through the journey of starting your own prepper garden. We'll discuss how to choose the perfect location, select what to grow, prepare your soil, plant your garden, maintain it, and finally, harvest and store your produce. So, are you ready to take the first step towards self-sufficiency? Stay tuned to learn the simple steps to start your own prepper garden. First, you need to choose the perfect spot for your prepper garden. Now, you might ask, what makes a location ideal for a garden? Well, there are 3 key factors to consider: sunlight, water access, and soil quality. Sunlight is crucial for plant growth. Most vegetables require at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight each day. So observe your potential garden spot throughout the day. Does it receive ample sunlight? If not, consider another location or opt for plants that can thrive in partial shade. Next, let's talk about water access. Your plants will need a reliable water source. Some plants are more drought tolerant than others, but all plants need water to survive. Is there a nearby faucet or rain collection system? If not, you might need to carry water to your garden, which can be quite a task, especially during the hot summer months. Soil quality is another major factor. Nutrient-rich, well-draining soil is the foundation of a successful garden. You can enhance your soil later on with compost or other organic matter, but starting with good soil can make your gardening journey much smoother. Now, if you're an urban or suburban dweller, don't fret. You can still have a thriving prepper garden. Consider container gardening, where you grow plants in pots or other containers. This method is great because you can move your garden to chase the sun, and you have control over the soil quality. Or perhaps try vertical gardening. It's a fantastic space-saving solution where plants are grown upward on trellises or other structures. Remember, the goal of a prepper garden is self-sufficiency. So choose a location that will best support your plants and make your gardening tasks as efficient as possible. With the right location, you're one step closer to your own prepper garden. Next, decide what you want to grow. This step is equally as important as finding the right location for your garden. When choosing plants for your prepper garden, there are 4 main factors to consider. First, consider your climate. Some plants thrive in cooler climates, while others need plenty of sunshine. For example, if you're in a sunny, warm area, you might have great success with tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers. If you're in a cooler climate, root vegetables like carrots, beets, and potatoes might be a better fit. Second, consider the space you have available. Some plants, like squash and watermelon, need a lot of room to spread out. If you're working with a smaller space, consider plants that grow upwards instead of outwards. Pole beans, tomatoes, and cucumbers can all be grown vertically, saving you precious ground space. Third, consider your nutritional needs. It's essential to grow a variety of fruits and vegetables to ensure you're getting a range of nutrients. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are packed with vitamins and minerals, while beans and peas provide protein. Herbs, too, are a great addition to any garden, not only for their culinary uses, but also for their medicinal properties. Lastly, consider the ease of growing. Some plants are more forgiving to novice gardeners than others. Radishes, lettuce, and zucchini are all relatively easy to grow and can provide a confidence boost as you're getting started. Now let's talk about some specific plants that are easy to grow and yield a high return. Tomatoes are a garden favorite. They're versatile, delicious, and can be preserved in a variety of ways. Peppers, both sweet and hot, are another great choice. They're easy to grow and can be used fresh, dried, or canned. Herbs like basil, rosemary, and thyme are simple to grow and can elevate any dish. And don't forget about leafy greens. They're quick to mature and can be harvested multiple times throughout the season. Remember, grow what you eat and eat what you grow. A garden is only as good as its soil. This timeless adage underscores the vitality of soil preparation in the gardening process. So let's delve into the nitty-gritty of prepping your soil for an abundant harvest. First up, testing the soil. You see, plants are pretty specific about the pH they prefer. Some like it acidic, some alkaline, and others prefer a neutral ground. Knowing your soil's pH helps you understand what plants will thrive in your garden. Simple soil testing kits are available online or at your local garden center. They're easy to use, just follow the instructions on the packet. Now let's not forget about the nutrients. Plants need a cocktail of nutrients to grow well, with nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium being the major players. A comprehensive soil test can give you the lowdown on your soil's nutrient profile. Once you've got your soil's report card, it's time to amend it. If your soil is too acidic or alkaline, lime or sulfur can help balance things out. But remember, moderation is key. Too much of either can harm your plants. And then there's the matter of organic matter. Compost, well-rotted manure, or leaf mold can do wonders for your soil. They improve its structure, making it easier for plant roots to penetrate. They also increase the soil's ability to hold onto water and nutrients, giving your plants a steady supply of what they need. So how do you add these amendments? Well, you could just sprinkle them on top. But for a more thorough job, you might want to get your hands dirty, literally. Dig in the amendments, mixing them well with the existing soil. This way, you ensure that the nutrients are distributed evenly and can reach the plant roots effectively. So there you have it. Soil preparation in a nutshell. It may seem like a lot of work, but trust me, it's worth it. With good soil, your plants will have a strong foundation to grow. And that, my friends, is the secret to a bountiful prepper garden. Now it's time to get your hands dirty and start planting. There are two main methods for planting seeds, starting them indoors or direct sowing. Let's talk about both. Starting seeds indoors gives you a jump start on the growing season, especially beneficial if you live in areas with shorter summers. It also allows you to control the conditions your baby plants are exposed to, keeping them safe from harsh weather or hungry critters. The downside, it requires more work and resources. You'll need seed trays, potting mix, and ideally, a sunny window or grow lights. So how do we start seeds indoors? First, fill your seed trays or pots with a good quality potting mix. Next, plant your seeds. The general rule of thumb is to plant seeds as deep as twice their width. However, some seeds, like lettuce, need light to germinate, so they should be just lightly pressed into the soil surface. After planting, water them gently. Place the trays in a warm, well-lit spot, or under grow lights if you have them. Now what about direct sowing? This is as simple as it sounds. You plant your seeds directly into the garden soil where they'll grow to maturity. It's less work and less fuss. The drawback? Your seeds are exposed to the elements and local wildlife from day one. When your indoor started seedlings have grown a bit and the weather is right, it's time to transplant them to the garden. This process is known as hardening off. Start by placing your seedlings outdoors in a sheltered spot for a few hours each day, gradually increasing their exposure over a week to 10 days. This helps them adjust to the outdoor conditions. After they're hardened off, they're ready to be planted in the garden. Congratulations, your prepper garden is now planted. A garden requires regular care and attention. Once you've planted your seeds and seedlings, it's crucial to nurture them, ensuring they grow to their full potential. Watering is a vital part of this process. While it might seem simple, there's a bit more to it than just turning on a hose. The time of day you water can significantly impact your plant's health. Watering in the early morning or late evening, when the sun is less intense, allows water to reach the roots without evaporating too quickly. But how much water should you give your plants? Well, that depends on the type of plant and the weather. A general rule is to water deeply and less frequently. This encourages the roots to grow deeper into the soil, making the plants more resistant to drought. Mulching is another essential aspect of garden maintenance. Mulch not only suppresses weeds, but also helps retain soil moisture and maintains a stable soil temperature. Organic mulches like straw, grass clippings, or compost can also improve your soil's fertility as they decompose. Water conservation is a crucial part of sustainable gardening. Techniques like drip irrigation and using rain barrels can significantly reduce your water usage. Drip irrigation delivers water directly to the plant roots, reducing evaporation. Rain barrels, on the other hand, collect rainwater, which can be used for watering your garden. Let's not forget about pest and disease control. Every garden faces threats from insects, diseases, and sometimes even wildlife. The key is to maintain a balance, encouraging beneficial insects and organisms while keeping harmful ones in check. Organic methods such as using beneficial insects, companion planting, and homemade sprays can be effective ways to control pests and diseases without resorting to harsh chemicals. Garden maintenance might seem like a lot of work, but it's an investment that pays off. By regularly watering and mulching your plants, conserving water, and managing pests and diseases organically, you are creating a healthier ecosystem in your garden. And a healthier garden means a more bountiful harvest. With regular maintenance, your garden will flourish. The final step is the most rewarding: harvesting your produce. After all the planning, planting, and careful maintenance, it's time to reap your rewards. But how do you know the perfect moment to harvest? Well, each plant has its own signs that it's ready to be plucked. For instance, tomatoes are ready when they're firm and fully colored, while leafy greens can be harvested when they're young and tender or fully matured, depending on your preference. Now let's talk about the how. The method of harvesting varies based on the type of produce. Some veggies like beans and peas can be gently plucked off the plant. Others, like root vegetables, require a bit more effort and need to be carefully dug up. And don't forget about herbs. They can be harvested by snipping off the top third of the plant. Just remember, it's always best to harvest in the cool of the morning when the plants are at their peak freshness. Once you've gathered your bounty, the next step is storing it properly. Your hard-earned produce can last longer if stored correctly, providing nourishment even in the off-season. Root vegetables like potatoes and onions do well in a cool, dark environment, a root cellar if you have one. But if you don't, a cool, dark corner of your basement can work too. If you've got a surplus of fruits and vegetables, consider preserving them. Canning is a timeless method that works great for fruits, pickles, and tomato sauces. It's a bit of an art, but with practice, you can fill your pantry with jars of summer's bounty to enjoy all year round. Dehydrating is another excellent option. It's perfect for making dried fruits, herbs, and even vegetable chips. In the end, the goal is to maximize the longevity and nutritional value of your harvest. With proper harvesting and storage techniques, you can ensure that no part of your hard work goes to waste. Enjoy the fruits of your labor and the peace of mind that comes with self-sufficiency. You've learned a lot today about starting a prepper garden. We've journeyed together from the initial planning stages right through to the harvest of your very own produce. Let's take a moment to revisit the key steps in this rewarding process. First, we emphasize the importance of identifying the right location for your garden. Remember, sunlight, water access, and soil quality are crucial. For those in urban or suburban areas, don't forget the possibilities of container gardening and vertical gardens. Next, we discussed choosing what to grow. Always consider your local climate, available space, nutritional needs, and the ease of growing certain plants. Tomatoes, peppers, herbs, and leafy greens are just a few of the high-yield plants that are easy to grow. Preparation of the soil is a vital step that can't be skipped. Testing for pH and nutrient levels will let you know what amendments your soil needs, whether that be compost, manure, or other organic matter. When it comes to planting, you can either start your seeds indoors or direct sow into your garden. Each method has its benefits and drawbacks, so choose what works best for you. And remember, transplanting seedlings requires a careful hand and a process known as hardening off. Maintaining your garden involves proper watering techniques and the use of mulch. Conservation of water can be achieved through methods like drip irrigation and rain barrels. And don't forget, organic methods are best for controlling common garden pests and diseases. Finally, the fruits of your labor, harvesting and storing your produce. Knowing when and how to harvest and the correct techniques for storing fresh produce will ensure you make the most of your hard-earned bounty. We hope you feel inspired to start your own prepper garden and share your progress. We can't wait to see the fruits of your labor. Thanks for watching. Remember, a garden is not just a hobby, it's a step towards self-sufficiency. Start your prepper garden today.